first, baby. The rent due, the mortgage is due. Y'all get y'all bills paid. How is everyone doing this morning? I hope all is well. Well, we're going to get right into it. Yes, I have dropped little man off to school. So I'm about to go ahead and get my day started. But I wanted to hop on and talk to y'all for a little bit because it just seems like it be so much going on. It is so much going on, and it's like, dang, when is enough enough? That's what I don't understand. When is enough? When you come in here, please go ahead and like the video, share the video, and type replay. That truly does help. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn your alerts on. Y'all are showing out. We are at 3,111 subscribers. So y'all are coming in, welcoming the new subscribers. I love the community that we are building over here. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming on the lives late night, getting in the comments. I have my regulars and I have people coming out the bushes who are just enjoying, and everybody gets along. Hey, Rox, how are you? How are you? So we do see CPS did go to Peach's house yesterday, and it seems like this social worker knew how to handle Peaches. She very much knew how to bring her down, probably was able to get a lot more information out of her. Now, did that work in Peach's in favor? We won't know. They did leave without taking the children. They did put her in touch with the early coalition, which is childcare, which she'll get a quick voucher, but once she, submits the income requirements or whatever like that, she might not qualify for daycare. They did go ahead and take drug tests. They didn't have to. They looked at, safe sleeping for the kids. Um, I don't know, y'all. People are saying the school called. I don't think the school called because the school at the end of the day knows how CPS works. And just because a mom cusses someone out or acts irate, even though we feel like it was inappropriate, a school is most likely not going to call CPS because of that behavior. Hell, if that was the case, they would be calling CPS on a lot of mamas. Like, let's be honest. It's a lot of mamas that go to the school and cuss the children, act an ass. She's not the first and she won't be the last. That's why teachers don't even want to work in that field anymore, because sometimes of the parents and the school not backing them. So I really don't think the school called. I really think yet again it was people on social media calling CPS. Now, we done talked about this before, y'all. We have talked about this before. While we might not agree with her parenting, does her parenting call for CPS to be called? Because the same people that are calling it on Peaches need to call it on E-Cane, need to call it on Grit Baby, need to call it on a lot of people. Hell, they might even need to call it on some of my subscribers. We don't know. But what we do know is we gotta stop wasting resources. We gotta stop with that. That's like, it kind of impact me because that's my tax dollars going out there for the bullshit. Y'all have never, and I know we're talking about, let's say she posts 10 videos a day, 3-minute clips, 30 minutes, you see her life. But do you really think what she is showing is CPS worthy? How many black boys she has? She has no family that will take her children. Her kids will end up in the system in the state of Florida. So if y'all upset about how feeding tummies and all that do in the state of Florida with black boys, they're not all going to be together. You have Grit Baby who met a man at a gas station and moved her 5 kids from Georgia to Carolina, has shown that she is online. You have E. Kane who just went to jail, pulled a knife on her baby daddy. Hey, Simply Nicole, how can I help you? I mean, not how can I help you, girl. I'm thinking I'm at work. It's early. How are you doing? How are you doing? And then I was reading the crazy comment. That's why. Hey, Sam, how are you? Good morning, Simply Nicole. So you really think, Rox, that she is showing mental? Yes, she is showing that she is not the best parent. But as far as we done seen CPS come when this lady done had a velour suit on for 3 days straight, pregnant and all, dancing in a hurricane, and CPS did not do anything. They didn't do anything. This time to me didn't seem that CPS was needed. I don't think, Dago, you gonna have to leave, baby, because ain't nothing clapping, ain't nothing going on. Dago, we got you out of here though. I'm sorry, Simply Nicole, girl. I thought I was at work. How can I help you? Taking somebody, girl, I'm so out. I said, hey Nicole, how can I help you? Lord have mercy. And then my name is Nicole, so I'm confused and I'm oh Jesus. We had an early morning. We had an early morning. But I just think, no, Sam, nothing's gonna be done. That lady was the CPS worker was calm, cool, collective. She brought Peach's tension down. If you go watch the other videos where they were doing the P test, she brought Peach's tension down, which is what you're supposed to do as a caseworker, make the parent feel comfortable so you can get access to the information. Good morning, Miss Della. We missed you last night. I hope all is well. You don't need Peach's address. So when you report a CPS case, you do not need the address. You do. They just going to ask you as many questions as possible. And since everyone knows where the kids go to school, it is easy for CPS to get the address. It is so easy for them to get the address. You don't have to know the address. Hell, they can tell you, oh, well, we know Tracy and she works for the city. The grandmother works for the city. They'll dig. But because once you have access to that child's first and last name and they're in the school, it's easy to find the children. Children are easy to find unless they have a lot of truancy, which would have been a red flag anyway, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you don't need, when you're calling CPS, you don't need the address. And because Peaches, has put out so much information about herself that it's easy to kind of find everything about her. Will she get daycare? No. Um, this is just another time they're coming out. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do a Baker Act on her. They're not going to arrest her. Like, they're not. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. I got a call. Let me know if you guys can hear me. She is going to get daycare, but it's only going to be available for 30 days. Because it's either going to be 30 or 90 days in the state of Florida because you still have to submit income. So she's still going to have to submit her income. And because her income is so crappy and documented, she probably just won't move forward with it. That's what a lot of people do as well. And that's why she continues, whether she called on herself or she likes this, because it gives you a breather. Like she always says, you don't have to, wait, you get up in the system, but then you still are responsible to hand in all your information. Like Florida used to give emergency food stamps. That used to be the lick. Okay, you hear me? 10, 15 years ago, you apply for food stamps, baby. For every child, you're automatically going to get $230. And then after that, you still have to submit all your paper, and they won't continue if you don't have submitted your information. So she'll get that. She won't qualify for food stamps. They won't give her the emergency food stamps. If she was in need for food, they would go ahead and assist her with a church or a pantry. Seems like the kids are still enrolled in school. Hey, Miss Sheila, how are you? So there was no real reason for CPS. People called and said about the man drinking and everything like that. Like, at the end of the day, yes, we all talk and we say this and we say that, but remember, it's only 30 minutes to an hour that we're seeing, and we know she's a liar. We know she rage bait. So there's a lot of stuff we don't see out of the 24 hours in her life. Yes, dysfunction, yes. Nasty attitude, yes. Mean person, yes. Horrible person, yes. Horrible mother, yes. Bad mother, in my opinion, yes. By law, by law, she is a great mother in the book in the books. By law. By law, all you have to do is provide a roof, something for them to eat. There's kids that don't have lights. There's kids that don't have heat. There are kids right now who are using a corner square of a bar of soap this morning, struggling. Mama strung out, didn't come home last night, barely any cereal or anything, trying to make it to school for free breakfast, with love for feeding little tummies to send them damn bags on Friday. That's not Peach's case. That's where CPS needs to go. So that's why I don't think the school called. Yeah, the school looked at her and said, "Oh, you one ignorant black bitch." That's what the school said, but they didn't say, "Let's call CPS." If anything, the school would have been calling the police. The police would have been involved, not CPS. You don't call CPS just because the hair's not combed. That's unfortunate. As a mom, we would like to see it, but it's not law at the end of the day. Do you know how many white children walk around with oily, dirty hair? It's wrong, but it's not CPS. They'll go over to the house and give them some parenting classes. If anything, this is why people need to make sure they get out and vote and make sure laws are changed. Hell, she shocked everyone when she let them know when she was going back and forth with the officer about the law. People didn't even realize that's the law in Florida, that she can leave them. So people out of Florida are calling CPS saying her children are unattended, and then legally she can leave them there unattended. What we view as wrong, we still got to go by the law, unfortunately. And that's why there's so many effed up moms walking around here with effed up children, because no one protects the children at the end of the day. No one protects the children at the end of the day. We already said the other app wants her on there. The other app doesn't want her selling her guides, but they want her on that app. These apps want the dysfunction on there. They want the E-Canes. They want the Grip Babies. They want the Peach McIntyres. They want them to sit on live all day. They want them to receive gifts so they can get 60% of it. That's what they want. Social media pushes this narrative. Let's have a bunch of kids and can't take care of them. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's what social media pushes. That's what they want. Yes, Sam, that's a thin line. But unfortunately, Florida, we already know Florida's an effed up state when you really think about it. Florida got some issues when you really think about it. Look, we were fighting Mickey Mouse, y'all. We were fighting about black books being in the schools. They don't want to teach history and the black history in the schools. We got big issues in Florida when it comes down to race and everything. That's why the feeding little tummies thing, people in Florida look at it a little different. Like we look at it like, oh yeah, it's okay, good, Jessica. We like your organization. Yes, it's needed. We see, but yeah, we got and that's why I always said, Peaches, just handle it a different way. Go about it because you do have some effed up stuff that goes on in the state of Florida. Look how many camps they are building for immigrants. Like our governor rides for the president. Our governor loves the president. Our governor wanted to be the VP, honey. Our governor, baby. Sure, Florida is no joke, and that's why I say calling CPS on her with a bunch of black boys in the state of Florida. Hey, Florida is where George Zimmerman got off. Florida tells you don't protest. If you protest and people feel threatened, we are an open carry state. Like we are the true wild wild west. People say Florida is not a real state. Like Florida is something very different. Like, baby, when I say segregated, me and another mom were just talking about this. Florida is still very deep south segregated. My son's father was born and raised down here. He still had, like, it's, baby, please. That's why that empty tummies thing did hit a little different. How she handled it was dead ass wrong. Dead wrong. We have a lot of people. St. Johns County is right next to Duval County, a prestigious county. But if your child goes there to school, you better be ready. Clay County, come on now. They already know you cross that border. They got the shotguns, rifles ready for you. They already know. Leon County, our capital. All I'm saying is Florida is nothing to play with. So calling CPS, no, you got to call. If you want her to be mentally or anything like that, it's not CPS, it's the police. The police will go ahead and Baker Act her if they feel needed. But even when the police show up, they're not going to Baker Act her. What we see is crazy and a mental and everything like that. And we also have to remember we are not professionals in that field. They're not going to do anything. Peaches is just that crazy chick in the neighborhood y'all see. And you just be like, that dummy got all them damn babies. No good. She just a project chick. Every hood has one. Every hood has a Peaches. Every hood. With a bunch of children, claim she all that because she married. They usually got a big SUV with some rims. They're just like my dysfunctional family. A hood chick. That's all she is. She a hood chick. She's a hood chick. That's it. A damn hood chick. Yes, Rox, I agree now. I do agree. She definitely needs help. But unfortunately, how society works, until something happens, nobody gets the help. Nobody gets the help. Remember that mom that was up north and it was cold and everybody blamed her because her two children passed away in the car, and she was asking for help multiple times. The shelter would not help her. No one helps anyone until tragedy strikes. It's unfortunate. It's the society we live in. Remember, this girl openly posted her DV situation. This girl openly posted when she had Phenomenal and her and Wood were going through a divorce, and how that kitchen was disgusting and she wouldn't get out the bed. CPS ain't do nothing. They didn't do anything. Nothing happens. Hey Tonique, how are you? And it's so crazy because we're saying medical attention. It's obviously they had physicals because they wouldn't be able to be in school. So either she doesn't have health insurance, and and that's the thing too with doctors. That's why, like, Peach is a prime example of how you're not extremely, on rugs out here, or, running the streets recklessly. Your kids can definitely lose out. If you're not at the bottom of the barrel, your kids will lose out because you're not bad off enough. People not gonna stop enabling her. People not gonna stop enabling her. It's unfortunate. Hey Jenny, how are you? Yeah, she gets those physicals. I mean, she knows how to play the system. She knows how to play the system. This is what she does, y'all. This is what she does. But this is who Peach McIntyre is. She'll take them to the clinic, get their school shots. Yes, I agree. They need to see doctors, but no one enforces that. We all feel like human, yeah, you need to see a doctor, but no one enforces that children see. I mean, her children shouldn't have been going to any type of doctor and not receiving a referral for speech therapy for services. Yep, mental health is not taken serious. And I don't in our community and any community, mental health is not taken serious. It's just a cliche online. And sometimes too, mental health is used as a cover up for just a nasty damn person. She's a nasty person at the end of the day. She's nasty. She's evil. She doesn't care about anyone. Could it be from her childhood? Maybe, maybe not. Or she just, evil. Shit, we don't know. She could have been evil at the age 5. Manipulative, nasty. And some children just honestly born that way. Like, sometimes I think too, we kind of use mental health. I'm not knocking it. Something definitely wrong with the girl, but let's not say, oh, she's mental, because I feel like that gives it a band-aid and an excuse. No, she's nasty. Yes, miserable. Yes, rocks. Like, we can't keep giving, oh, she's mental, she's psychotic, she's manic. No, she's a nasty bitch when she doesn't get her way. She has a freaking temper tantrum. She's a child. She has not matured. She's stuck in a child's place because that's when the first time somebody played with her cootie and told her they loved her, and that's the last time she heard it. The first and last time, and she's still reaching for that. People want to blame mental health. Hell no. She's just nasty and evil. It's in her. Look at her mother. It's in them. Nasty people. They want their way. They think they know it all. They got all the answers. They're just hood mentality. Get a couple of dollars. Now they're better. I can see her mama acting like that. She probably thought she was the best thing in the motherfucking projects. Y'all both pulling up to the damn projects, but she thinks she better than the next person. No, they just nasty hood people. We all have seen these type of people. We have them in our family. They are the project people that think they're better than everyone because they got a little bit more, but we all still pulling up to the project and laying with the roaches. No, not really bettering yourself. She's just like her mom. Want to fix the outer appearance and don't want to work on self. They are one of the same. Ooh. But y'all, I done got here. I'm about to walk in. But I don't know. Y'all let me know if you really think it's mental health. I don't know. I think she's just an evil, nasty person, y'all. I really do. I really do. Just think she evil and nasty. That's it. She just evil and nasty. Right. But y'all let me know. Y'all have a good day. Well, we'll talk later. We'll talk. Have a good day. The real Cajun peach. Yes. You gotta let that stuff go. Now, big RT, we gonna have to talk about that later. That is, I agree with that. That neck has a lot to do with it as well. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. That neck. But we'll chat later, y'all. Y'all have a good one.